The killing spree of Aileen Wuornos. Florida's highways stretch endlessly into the night. Quiet, lonely roads traveled by truckers and drifters. In the late 1980s, these same roads became the hunting ground of one of America's most infamous female serial killers, Aileen Wuornos. Born in 1956 in Michigan, Wuornos' life began in chaos. Her father was convicted of violent crimes and died in prison. Her mother abandoned her before she was even a year old. Raised by her grandparents, Wuornos experienced abuse and a childhood filled with instability. By the age of 14, she was already struggling to survive on the streets. As an adult, Wuornos drifted across the United States. Eventually, she landed in Florida, surviving through prostitution along interstate highways. It was there, between 1989 and 1990, that a deadly pattern began. Her first victim was Richard Mallory, a man she met while working along a highway. Wuornos claimed she killed him in self-defense after an assault, but the killings didn't stop. Over the course of a single year, 6 more men were found dead along Florida's roads. Each victim had been shot at close range. Their belongings, cars, money, personal items had vanished. Authorities soon realized they weren't dealing with random crimes. They were hunting a serial killer. Victims included traveling salesmen and truck drivers, all connected by a similar encounter: a hitchhiking woman on Florida highways. That woman was Aileen Wuornos. In 1991, the investigation broke open when pawn shop records led detectives closer. But it was her girlfriend, Tyria Moore, who persuaded her to surrender. Working with investigators, Moore made emotional phone calls urging Wuornos to confess and turn herself in. Soon after, Wuornos was arrested at a biker bar in Florida. Wuornos confessed to the murders, but insisted every killing was an act of self-defense against men who tried to attack her. Prosecutors argued she was a cold-blooded predator who lured men into vulnerable situations, shot them, and robbed them. The trials shocked the nation. Wuornos became one of the few female serial killers in history and the rare woman sentenced to death. By 1992, she was convicted of multiple murders and placed on death row. Over the years, Wuornos' behavior grew increasingly erratic. She claimed conspiracies against her and said prison officials were torturing her. In 2002, after more than a decade behind bars, Wuornos waived her remaining appeals, telling the court she wanted the execution to proceed. On October 9, 2002, Aileen Wuornos was executed by lethal injection in Florida. Her story remains one of the most disturbing and debated cases in true crime history. Was she a calculating killer, or a damaged woman shaped by a lifetime of abuse and survival on society's edges? The truth may lie somewhere in the darkness, and along Florida's endless highways, the echoes of those crimes still linger.